Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know what time it is, man. You know I got a banger for you. It is Wednesday, and you already know that means that it's Wisdom Wednesday, all right? So I have a really good one today. If you just tuning in, say what's up. Let me know in the comments where you tuning in from. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel, all right? On this channel, we talking about mindset, spirituality, stock market, finances, money, right? Really self-help and self-betterment, but I am, primarily in the stock market, right? Trading and stuff like that. So with that being said, man, we just gonna get into Wisdom Wednesday, right? So I'm gonna read something, but then we're gonna go into it. Y'all already know how we do, right? This is the 11th one now, so we almost 3 months in this thing, right? So check this out, right? So this says, this world is all about whose force field is stronger, okay? We are either entering into someone else's world or someone is entering into our world, and that's predicated on which energetic force field is the strongest. Always ask yourself, is this an energetic force field I want to be around, right? This stuff goes deep, right? So we gonna really take some time and focus on this right here, right? So this word about whose force field is stronger. You either entering into somebody's world or somebody's entering into your world, right? So let me ask you a question, right? You ever been around somebody, met them for the first time? It could be at your job, work, home, family, friend, it don't matter, right? And you like, they energy funky. They got a real funky energy about them, right? And you just don't want to be around them, right? Or you happy that you gone. And on the flip side, you ever been around somebody and you like, yo, I'm really drawn to this person. I'm really drawn to this individual. See, that's that force field. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So let's spend some time here real quick. You know how you got magnets, right? And magnets, right, they attract each other, right? You got to think about force fields, energetic force fields in the same way. Number one, energy is a universal language. You ever been to a different country and then you dealing with people and you like, I really like them. I can't speak the same language as them, but I rock with them, right? You ever been around somebody, maybe it's a different type of restaurant, y'all from a completely different place, but you just vibing with them. It's because the energy is the universal language. The energy never dies. The energy is the truth. And so I need you to understand that these energetic force fields is what's making people be drawn to you. And it's also what's making you be drawn to other people. And it's also repelling you from other people. And it's repelling other people from you. Right? So you have to ask yourself, is this person's energetic force field something that I want to be around? Regardless, period, point blank. Do I want to be around an energetic force field like that? And then if I'm around this type of energy, what am I going to experience being in that field, that energetic field? The same way, if you go to New York, you're going to experience certain things because it's native to that part of the world, right? If you go to LA, you're going to experience certain things because it's native to that land. It's the same thing with energy. It's the same thing with energetic force fields. And so you got to really ask yourself, okay, this type of energy, I don't fuck with. So no matter what, when you see that energy, it don't matter who the person is, you stay away from it. And then over here, you like, okay, I don't really mess with this type of energy, or I really mess with this type of energy. That's my vibe. So then now you can see the energetic fields. When you start looking at life in this regard, in this way, you start being able to just see the energy. I could see energy. I could see people. It don't matter what a person says. when you can see that energy, right? And don't think that people are the only things that energy matters, because it's not about just people. It's about things. It's about experiences. Do you know that different cities have different energies? That's why when I go to certain cities or certain countries, I'm like, I really rock with the energy there. In some countries, I'm like, I don't really like that place. You could say the same about your travels. Different countries, different cities, different parts of the city, right? It's all energy. And so you got to start to ask yourself and really get real about, okay, do I vibe with this energy? Do I vibe with this energy? Because if your energetic force field don't rock with this energetic force field, all it's going to do is bounce off of each other. It's not going to be good. And you got to learn how to get honest about that thing. Right? Same thing with your career choice. Every career has things that you're going to experience as a byproduct of that career. But if you don't understand, okay, is this an energetic force field that I'm drawn to? If you're not, and you know that it's the opposite of what is natural and complementary to your energetic force field, all that's going to happen is you're going to be at odds with the thing, with the career. Every decision has an energetic force field, right? And so watch this. Now let's go back to you, the self. What about your energetic force field? Sometimes you're going to have a bad day or a good day. And what happens when you go into the world when you already know what's about to happen? Your energy speaks for you. And so the same way you're entering other people's energetic force field, other people are entering into yours. And you got to be not cautious, but you got to be aware of the fact. And when you could understand this, you could literally create the life that you want. And you could only be around the type of people that you want to be around, rather than always being in these situations that you don't want to be in. You ever been around somebody and you start to see like, damn, they always got something going on. It's an energy. You see what I'm saying? It's an energy. You ever watch somebody's YouTube channel and you like, you know what? I don't really mess with them. I don't care how many subscribers they got. I don't care how many followers I don't mess with them. It's because your energetic force field and their energetic force field, it don't vibe. It's not in alignment. It don't mesh well. Right? So you got to start really asking yourself two things. Whose energetic force field do I want to be around, and what's complementary to mine? And then what type of energetic force field do I have? If you had to give yourself a description of your energetic force field, what would it be? Would it be funky? Right? Would it stink? Would it be negative? Would it be sunny? Would it be warm? Would it be cold? What's your energetic force field? And if the answer is something that you don't like, then you got to really figure out how you could change that. Because you should never get mad at how the world is responding to you when you're the one putting out that energy. The world is going to respond to the energy that you put out. When I was in sales, I would see it all the time. The people that was always hopeless, always negative, always didn't have no money, didn't work hard, they never was getting sales. And the people that didn't give themselves an excuse, right, and that showed up every day and was consistent, they got results. And so what type of person would I like to be around more so? An excuse? A person with excuses? Always got some bullshit going on, right? Don't want to work? Or the person that gets it is going to show up every day, is going to be reliable, right? And it has ambition, has goals. I want to be around the type of energy that's progressive, that's excited about what they're doing. So you got to start to really look at life through the perspective of energy. Energy is the universal language. And when you start to understand the power of energy and seeing the world through energy, you stop seeing race. You stop seeing everything because you like, yo, is your energy good? Is your energy good? Because if your energy ain't good, why I'm gonna be around you? Because all you gonna do is leech off my energy, and now I'm gonna be drained. There's something called an energy vampire. You ever been around somebody and every time you're around them, you just tired? It's because they're in your world and you're in their world, but you're not benefiting and they're benefiting off of you and your light. They benefiting off of you and your light. But it should not be like that. It ain't supposed to be like that. Right? You ever watch somebody's content, right? Think about the people that you consume. How do you feel after you consume people's content? That's the energetic force field. You are in their world. You are in their world. And you have to understand that energy never lies. It is the truth. And you got to learn how to read it and trust what you're reading. You got to trust what you're reading, what you're seeing, what you're feeling. What you feel ain't going to lie to you. You peep something, you got to stand on it. You got to make decisions based on that truth, which is that energy. That's your intuition trying to talk to you and trying to guide you. And what we talked about last week, right? What we talk about, the path illuminates as you walk it. You got to trust yourself and walk your path. And when you walk your path, it's going to illuminate step by step. And it's going to continue to open up for you. Right? So please, y'all, understand that the energy that you put out is your energetic force field. And people are either entering into your world or you're entering into their world. We all got to commingle in this world. So you ain't going to get away from being in other people's world. But you got to ask yourself, is that energetic bubble, am I willing to be inside of that energetic bubble? Right? So y'all have a great day, man. Make sure you get up out your head, get into this world. Because your head is a dangerous place to live, right? And also remember, the more you study, the less you worry.